What is going on, YouTube? It is BR here with a vacuum, not a Lego product, a vacuum. This is the Eufy by Anchor Home Vac H11. Move with freedom, clean with style. I got this off of Amazon for $39.99. I just looked to put the affiliate link down below. It is now back up to $50. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money, so Amazon did not send me this. Well, they did send this to me, but I sent them $42 in exchange for this product. So I got this product here to vacuum the Lego City because my regular house vac is too big to vacuum it. So I did a couple of minutes of research on Amazon and looked at different couple models, and I figured this was the one to go with. It was $40. I had a lot of good ratings. I recognized the brand Anchor before. The other ones are like $25. They're like all these no-name brands I never heard of ish, kind of like a lot of Amazon products. They were a lot smaller. This one's kind of shaped like a wine glass. It does have some weight to it. It weighs over a pound. It does charge via a USB cable that is included, so it is wireless when you need to use it, but you do need to plug it into either an outlet or a power bank via USB to charge it up. You take this cap off right here, and you can use it with just this little end right here if you wanted to, but I got this one specifically for the brush attachment. The other ones did have a brush attachment, but this one was wider, and I figured that would help loosen the dust up, because I watched some other YouTubers who did videos on how to dust their city, and they all say you want to kind of loosen the dust up, so they were doing it like with a paintbrush. Jang was doing it with a paintbrush, so I figured I would just get this little brush attachment to loosen it up and suck it up in one fluid motion. We'll grab this staircase over here. I did speed this part of the video up to save some time. You can see it's dusty, so let's get to work with the vacuum. We'll just power that sucker on. I do have the audio muted on the vacuum because you don't want to hear a vacuum. It's not super loud, but it is somewhat loud, so like it would just be really loud, I guess, if I didn't mute it. But yeah, editing. Anyway, the vacuum worked okay to good, I guess. I never tested any other vacuums out, so I don't have anything to really compare it to. But I guess I would say I'm satisfied with the vacuum. Just doing like a surface level vacuum right here. I'll go back and check part of the stairs to see how well it worked. It kind of got a lot of it, but you can see there is a little bit left. If I test it with my finger, it does pick up most of it, but not all of it. So I think I just had to go back again and just press a little harder, be a little more aggressive on it, and that did do the trick. So the first pass I wasn't really pressing too hard, but I guess like I said, you really want to try to loosen that dust up and then absorb it with a vacuum. So I was trying to do all that. It worked okay on these lights. So these are like little fragile pieces right here, kind of. So I'll just see how, look at all that dust on there from one swipe of my finger. So I was trying to do this with, two hands here without having to really manually wipe any of that. And it did an okay job. So like the smaller parts, it's not going to get crazy into the small details, but I think it does an okay enough job where you don't have to have like just stare at dust. But like for me to really dust this part, I'd have to take the whole lamp apart and really get in there appropriately. So it's not really good for small areas. Like the studs still probably have dust on them on this lamp, but the tops of them look, they look fine to me. Now I figured we'd try it out over on the modulars, and you can see there's some dust, more on some of the other ones that I built before this one. This Parisian restaurant has a lot of dust on the railings in the back here. This brick bank has a good amount of dust here on the roof part of it. So let's go ahead and see how this thing really handles just another surface dusting on these areas. And it did a decent job. It cleaned up the black on that part there. The windows are cleaner. I knocked some stuff around, moved the minifigures, got in there. And for me, I'm satisfied with it. I mean, some people might want their stuff dusted to a different level than I want. Obviously, it didn't really get the small parts of the railing. That's because I was also kind of lazy and didn't take the modular out and vacuum in there. But it wouldn't really get in between those small parts anyway. But for me, like I said, it did a decent enough job. Pardon the bad lighting in there, but this is on this. I'm actually sitting on the baseball stadium, blocking part of the light while I just kind of vacuum in between the chairs here. And it does, again, a decent enough job to get just a surface like I wanted. I really just needed to dust all this because it hasn't been dusted in quite some time. But I also dusted my streets, the streets of the city, the sidewalks. I do have some more spots I have to get. This thing on Amazon does say it has a 13-minute runtime after being fully charged. And I will tell you that is pretty much accurate because it died within about 13 to 15 minutes of me using it. I was like, is this thing dead already? Then I went back and checked the Amazon listing to make sure I didn't have a defective product. And actually runtime is about 13 minutes on Amazon. So charge it back up again. That was a little annoying, but I guess the normal person is going to use this to like vacuum their car, which shouldn't take 13 minutes. So I guess for that being said, it's not the product's fault. It's more what I'm using it for. But now that I know that, I'll just charge it back up again and not really hammer the product for that fault. So now that you're done questioning your life decisions on why you got all this Lego, it's time to clean the vacuum because it's dead and it needs to get recharged. So you might as well clean it in between chargings. So that comes off, then this comes out. And look at all that dust. That's just from the 13-minute runtime of me dusting the roads, the chairs, everything you saw me doing on the video, somewhat on the modulars. And that's a good amount of dust. That's actually more than I expected to find in there, which is disgusting. You know, disgusting, dusting, pun on words. Anyway, that is pretty much disgusting. So you do want to clean the filter. You do just twist it, and it does come apart like that. I already rinsed it out. And you want to let it dry for about 24 hours. So I'm going to go rinse this again just to give it a good thorough cleaning. So the instructions say take that apart, rinse it with water for a minute, and let it dry for 24 hours, and then you are good to go. So that'll do it for this vacuum right here. This is the Eufy Home Vac Portable Wireless Rechargeable Vacuum. Again, I picked this up for $40 on sale on Amazon. There's a link down below. It is back up to $50, unfortunately. I would say it's a decent vacuum. I don't have many experiences with wireless rechargeable vacuums, but for 40 bucks, I am satisfied with it. I wanted a bigger vacuum with a bigger suction area to get up more dust at once. Some of the smaller $25 vacuums had like a smaller nozzle, and with this being $40, it definitely swayed my decision. I don't know if I would have popped on it at $50. But anyway, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. How do you dust your Lego City? And hit that like button while you are down there. It helps the channel out tremendously and is much appreciated. Thank you for watching. As always, bye now.